So yeah, let me just quickly show you how exactly I went about creating the entire portfolio page itself and how you could draw some inspiration for any logo designs and gigs that you've done in the past so that you could present it to clients in a more professional manner. Hello and welcome to Breakdowns, where we talk about building portfolios, approaching art and design, and a bunch of other things. In today's episode, we talk about how you can go about prepping your own portfolio page for a logo design, and a few things to keep in mind while presenting the same. So this was a gig that I barely got paid 8, 10, 12K almost 6, 8 years ago. But as a freelancer, if at all you're looking to increase your chances of getting more and more opportunities and more gigs, it's very critical for you to figure out how exactly you can present this content such that it's a big deal. Goes to show that at the end of the day, it's not only about having progress in your actual craft, but also figuring out how exactly you can market yourself. So yeah, let me just quickly show you how exactly I went about creating the entire portfolio page itself and how you could draw some inspiration for any logo designs and gigs that you've done in the past so that you could present it to clients in a more professional manner. So really quickly, of course, you have your title page, a little bit of a showcase in line with actually what the company stands for, a little bit of a brief. In this case, it becomes fairly obvious why exactly the logo has been created that way, why exactly the cover page has these kind of elements in and about. This one, for example, is for a furniture company, right? Then after that, you could consider putting together all the different concepts that you worked on in the past before which you finally arrived at the final logo. This gives a good understanding to the client or the audience about what exactly your thinking process is, what kind of iterations you are comfortable making, and what kind of dedication you actually show to the project to make sure that you get that final logo that satisfies the client. And remember, when you're trying all these explorations and thinking what's good, what's bad about each of them before eventually settling on what was finalized and shared with the client. So after that, you could consider giving a little bit information about why exactly the logo's design is this way. And I can show you a ton of other examples where we've done a proper breakdown of the logo itself, say even Designer Crescendo's logo included. Then a little bit information on how exactly you went about picking the color palette, the kind of typeface, and all of those different attributes that put the logo together. And there would be a bunch of different ways by which you could present this honestly. So this is from a couple other projects, one a website design, and don't ask me why exactly we went with a very pastel look and feel for something so digital, but gives you the idea irrespective of how you could go about presenting a color palette. Maybe a wheel with some percentage splits of how exactly the color distribution for that particular logo is. So yeah, once that's done, the idea is to then mock it up in different aspects where the logo is actually used, right? It could be a business card, it could be a letterhead, it could be some other digital products. This of course is a furniture-based company, which is why there aren't too many mocks of actual digital frames and things like that, like an app and stuff. But the idea over here is then to show how exactly this branding and this logo can work out in different aspects in general. So yeah, and then you have your final frame, which could be a little bit of a conclusion on the entire thing. You could consider a write-up, you could consider a mock-up. And yeah, there we go. That's kind of how you would go about presenting your logo design portfolio page. And I can show you a bunch of examples actually of folks doing this. Some stuff that I found on Behance, for example, very similar structure. A little bit of a write-up on what exactly this company does. Maybe some mocks. Of course, the orientation and stuff would be different to each his own. I shared with you what I think would be the right flow for something like this. But yeah, you can really easily see what kind of breakdown the logo has in terms of its design philosophy. Some mocks over here, how it would look on a billboard, for example, or the business card, on some posters, slide frames maybe. Another example over here, this is for another company. Again, very similar breakdown in terms of a quick intro line, a look and feel of the logo, some aspects about the palette, some information, how exactly the logo would look in terms of a mock, in terms of how the office space would look, business cards, various things like that, boxes and books and whatnot. This seems to potentially be an app as well, which is why a mock like this makes a lot of sense. I wish we got the gig to even make the website, which unfortunately we didn't, and had we, then definitely this would have been something that we would have incorporated in our mock as well. But yeah, I hope this gives you a good idea of how exactly you could go about constructing the same. By the way, this was a gig from so far long ago. I thought, let's just make sure that this logo is actually in use before making this video. And I did check their website, and praise the Lord, it actually is. Maybe they can do with a little bit of a site pimp up in general, but not bad. The logo that I worked on eons ago is still in use and working well for the company and client, I guess. So there you have it, a quick breakdown from a project from the past, which hopefully gives you a bit of an idea of how exactly you can go about building a portfolio page like this as well. Remember, it's very critical to always keep your portfolio updated. So do make sure that you're taking some time in and about to constantly keep updating your entire profile. Hope this helps you with the hustle. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.